If you saw this on the street, you wouldn't reach for your camera. You'd step back, because what you're looking at isn't just a car. It's a rolling declaration of war against physics, aerodynamics, and every speed limit ever written. This is the 2026 Bugatti Royale X, and it has the entire automotive world absolutely losing their minds. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I break down the most insane, groundbreaking, and borderline illegal machines on four wheels. And today, we're diving into the hypercar that just dropped the mic on the industry. Bugatti didn't just unveil a new model, they dropped a statement. And the internet, it's completely fractured. Half of you are calling it a masterpiece. The other half, saying it's too aggressive, too extreme, maybe even too dangerous for public roads. So let's cut through the noise. What exactly is the 2026 Royale X? Why does it look like something that should be flying at Mach 2 instead of cruising down a coastal highway? And most importantly, is it actually as insane as it looks? Let's find out. Design breakdown? First, let's talk about the silhouette. From the front, it doesn't greet you. It interrogates you. The nose drops like a fighter jet's intake, flanked by laser-thin LED daytime runners that look more like targeting reticles than headlights. There's no traditional grille. Instead, there's a network of active carbon fiber, louvers that open and close. Based on thermal load and speed, they're not for show, they're for survival. Move to the sides and you'll notice the roofline doesn't flow its slices. The greenhouse is pushed rearward, almost swallowed by the wheel arches, which themselves are sculpted like turbine housings. Every curve, every crease, every edge exists to manage airflow. Bugatti's design director called it aggressive minimalism, but the engineers, they just call it necessary. The underbody is completely flat. Diffuser channels run the entire length, and that rear wing, it's not bolted on. It's integrated into the chassis, rising and adjusting automatically, generating over 1,800 pounds of downforce at 180 miles per hour, materials and Aero. And it's not just shaped like a weapon, it's built like one. The entire tub is a single-piece carbon monocoque, woven with a new generation of thermoplastic, resin that's 30% lighter and twice as impact-resistant as previous generations. The body panels are forged carbon, not pressed. That means zero seams, zero flex, and a surface so precise it's basically machined from a solid block. Even the mirrors are gone, replaced by camera pods that retract at speed to reduce drag. This car doesn't just cut through the air, it convinces the air to get out of the way. Power and performance. But what's powering it? The legendary W16? Retired, but don't mourn it yet. In its place sits a hybrid powertrain that makes the old setup look like a lawn ornament. At the heart is a twin-turbo 4.0-liter V8, but it's not working alone. Flanking it are three axial flux electric motors, one on each front wheel, one integrated into the rear differential. Combined output, 1,850 horsepower, 1,400 pound-feet of torque. And it's not just about peak numbers. The electric motors fill the turbo lag instantly, delivering 0 to 60 in 1.8 seconds, 0 to 100, 4.1. Top speed is electronically governed at 305 miles per hour. But Bugatti says if you remove the limiter and swap to the track spec tires, it'll hit 318, handling and tech. But speed is easy. Control is where the Royale X earns its name. The chassis uses a fully active hydraulic suspension that reads the road 2,000 times per second. Torque vectoring isn't just front and rear, it's wheel by wheel, managed by an AI co-pilot that predicts slip angles before they happen. The braking system? Carbon ceramic discs with 12 piston calipers, cooled by directed vortex channels that literally pull heat away from the rotors at speed. Stop from 150, under 3.2 seconds. And yes, it's road legal. Barely, but legal. Interior and cockpit. Step inside, and the aggression doesn't soften, it just shifts focus. The cockpit is driver-centric to the point of being claustrophobic in the best way. No floating screens, no ambient lighting parties, just a curved digital instrument cluster, a yoke-style steering wheel wrapped in Alcantara and magnesium, and physical toggle switches for critical functions. The seats, FIA certified, but upholstered in sustainably sourced leather and recycled carbon weave. You're not sitting in a car, you're strapped into a control room. And the AI, it doesn't just play music, it learns your driving style, adjusts throttle mapping, brake bias, and Aero settings in real time. It's not a co-pilot, it's a flight controller. Reaction and controversy. So why is everyone losing their mind? Because the Royale X doesn't play by the rules. It's priced at $4.2 million. Only 35 units will ever exist, and half are already spoken for by private collectors who won't even drive them. But the real debate isn't about price or exclusivity. It's about purpose. Is this a hypercar? Or is it a track weapon wearing a license plate? Some journalists are calling it uncomfortably aggressive for public roads. Others are praising Bugatti for finally ditching the Grand Tourer image and going full apex predator. Regulatory bodies in Europe and the US are already scrutinizing its active Aero and AI-driven stability systems. But Bugatti's response: if the car can do it and it's safe, we won't cap it. Closing thoughts. The 2026 Bugatti Royale X isn't trying to be loved, it's trying to be remembered. It's a statement that in an age of electrification, autonomy, and softening edges, there's still room for something raw, uncompromising, and borderline dangerous. It looks like a weapon because it was engineered to attack limits, and whether you love it or fear it, you can't ignore it. So what do you think? Is the Royale X the future of hypercars? Or has Bugatti finally crossed the line from road car to rolling prototype? Drop your take in the comments. I'm reading every single one. If you want a deep dive into the hybrid powertrain, the AI chassis tuning, or how it stacks up against the Rimac Nevera and Pagani Utopia, let me know and I'll make it happen. Smash that subscribe button, hit the bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Drive fast, stay sharp, and never stop questioning what a car can be.